First of all, congratulations. You guys both were so outstanding in this movie.
Thank you.
Seriously hard to take my eyes off both of you.
Thank you.
I wanted to know, when you read the script, how it personally affected you guys.
I was deeply affected, as I'm sure Mahershala was. I cried several times because I know these characters. You know, I grew up in Kansas City, Kansas, one of the poorest counties and neighborhoods in Kansas City. And my grandmother helped raise me. My mother had 8 aunties. I had cousins who sold drugs. I had cousins who were dealing with sexual identity. You know, I knew Teresa. Teresa was me, you know, that young cousin or older cousin who we were talking about, who's like a few years older than you, but you go to her and she's not judgmental and she's there to listen. And so I knew that it was important.
Those people make all the difference
right.
in the world.
They help make life a little bit more easy. So when I was going into getting prepared for Teresa, I just connected back to that Janelle Robinson from Kansas City, who, if that was my cousin, if that was my little nephew, how would I, or my future son, how would I want this mentee, this mentor of the neighborhood to speak to him?
Well, exactly. I mean, when we meet your character, you know, and from the minute that you meet little Chiron, I mean, you know, all I was thinking was, thank God there's somebody like that. I didn't even play into the fact, okay, he's a drug dealer. I didn't even, like, you were just a good person trying to save a little boy.
Right.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah,
how did you get through this one?
It was, man, that reading that script the first time, like, it really shook me. Several elements about the story really kind of like shook me to the core. And then just selfishly, connecting to Juan, because this is a guy that I knew, and that I had several friends and people now who are in that life that I know from home, but who are good people. It's just you have different options coming from certain areas.
Circumstances.
There's just different circumstances, and so I think we look at those from where we come from. We just look at it with less judgment, but we still see the beauty in those people. And so to finally see something on the page, a script, reflect that for the first time was something that I really connected to and was really excited about.
Yeah. You guys got to work with two of the Chirons, the younger one, the middle one. What was the difference in acting or even just treating them differently?
So, yes, I had the opportunity to work with Little and Chiron, and both are brilliant actors, by the way, and just so charismatic and had a great way about bringing the characters to life. And when I worked with Little, I mean, they both just touched my heart, you know, in different ways. And I'm sure they didn't know one another before this film, but they were so similar as people. And
they had like a similar hesitance about them, where they're both
about trusting.
And even you see it come back in the third act with the oldest Chiron. Like, there's, especially once him and Kevin reconnect, you see him get smaller again and become hesitant and resistant and have to kind of be pushed, you know, a little bit, and then he opens up, but they all seem to capture that, and we know that they didn't get to watch each other's performances. So it was really beautiful and interesting, and it felt like there was a little bit of a divine connection between all of them, because they all carried something that felt like the same person.
Wow.
That's what's genius about the film. 3 different actors, but it felt like the same character.
That's exactly what I was saying. It's so good. Honest to God, you two were so awesome in this movie. Don't give up your music, but you are really on your way. I can't wait to see the hit. But you too, Mr. House of Cards, dude.
Incredible.
Thank you.
I'm not worthy. You guys are so good. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.